Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavani Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sandhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavanivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantarra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 11, and we are looking at text 10. Text 10. We have entered text 10 now. Anadyade samvibhago bhute vyascha chatara hataha tishvatman devata buddhiri buddhi sutaram nirisupandava. Anadyade samvibhago bhute vyascha chatara hataha tishvatma devata buddhi sutaram nirisupandava. Anadyade samvibhago bhutebhyascha tatarahata teshwadma devata buddhi sutaram nirisupandava. Yes. Prabhupada translated the first word. Ana adya adehe. Ana adya adehe. Or food and drink, etc. Samvibhagaha, equal distribution. Bhutebhyaha, to different living entities. Cha, also. Jata arahata, as befitting. Teshu, all living entities. Atma Devata, Buddhi, accepting as the self or the demigods. Sutaram, preliminarily. Nirisu, among all human beings. Pandava, O Yudhishthira Maharaj. The word-to-word translation is Srila Prabhupada. So, the topic at hand is food distribution and divine vision. Food distribution and divine vision. Divine vision is equally distributing food equally, or food and drink equally distributed to different living entities as befitting all living entities, accepting as they serve all the demigods. Preliminarily, among all human beings, O Pandava, Maharaj Yudhishthira. Alright? Food distribution, that is where we are. How to give food, how to distribute food. On countless occasions, Srila Prabhupada mentions the distribution of Prasada, along with book distribution and chanting Hare Krishna. Food distribution, book distribution, chanting Hare Krishna. Three things go on simultaneously. As can be seen from Narada Muni's instruction, Ana adya adhi sambibhago bhutebhyascha tatarhata. The distribution of food, which when offered to Krishna becomes prasadam, is a timeless Vedic tradition. Oh wonder, Prabhupada said he is not teaching us anything new. He is simply reminding us about things we have forgotten. That is his duty, to help us remind us about the things we have forgotten. They have been there since time. Prasadam distribution is a timeless Vedic tradition, not one recently introduced by Srila Prabhupada. He re-established it as Krishna said, Ivam Parampara Praptam, Imam Rajasa you Vidu, Sakale Naha Mahata Yoga, Yogata Paraptapa. The knowledge as it is has been affected. Therefore, Krishna came to re-establish it. Similarly, his representatives does the same thing. It is an integral part of the eternal Sankirtan movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and thus an act of worship. Distribution of book is an act of worship. Now the Muni explains how prasadam distribution is worshipped. Quote, therefore, my dear king, first offer prasadam unto the Brahmanas and the demigods, and after sumptuously feeding them, you may distribute prasadam to other living entities according to your ability. In this way, you will be able to worship all living entities, or in other words, the supreme living entity within every living entity. Just imagine, just look at it. This is the system, and we saw this all throughout our system. We are just part of those who are distorting the system. We are part of those who are disturbing the system, who are destroying the system. We are part of those who are destroying the system, because we are not following what has been established by bona fide acharyas. Prasadam is first offered to the Brahmanas and the demigods, and after sumptuously feeding them, you may distribute prasadam to other living entities according to your ability. We do things according to ability. Charity is given according to or ability. If you can feed 10 people, don't bring 20 people. Right? If you can handle only 20, don't bring 40. Bring 20. That is what you can handle. Charity should not become a burden or an inconvenience for the person who is giving or the person who is receiving. It shouldn't be an inconvenience for the person who is giving. For example, I'm going to meet someone to ask, please, my temple needs a door. My temple needs a door. Can you help me? Can you help me provide this door? And then he give me money. This money is to go and buy 4 tires for the car. I'm giving you this money for 4 tires for the car, not for the door. Is that a good charity?
No.
I will be happy. Will I be happy receiving that? No, because that will not solve my problem. Is it not? That is whimsical. So we should be careful with what we are giving, how we are giving, or what is given, and to who. We already discussed charity should be given to a proper person at a proper time, proper place, and befitting the person whom we are giving the charity. It has happened many times. It happened many times. Even one devotee, one day he, on his own, nobody asked him, on his own. Dear devotees, I'm going to, by tomorrow, I'm going to supply all of you a sleeping bed. By tomorrow, nobody asked him. Tomorrow I'm going to supply all of you with sleeping bed. Then he said, you have to buy it first, then I will reimburse you. You should buy it, then bring the bill to me, I will pay. Is that good?
No.
It has happened many times. To me, I have personally seen. So, this should be clearly understood. Otherwise, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj said we do a right thing at the wrong time. The right thing at the wrong time, the wrong place, the wrong person. It is right thing, but it is done wrongly. You will not get the answer. So, this is the way to distribute the food. The Brahmanas also listen to Hanana Maharaj's 7 Prasada. The Brahmanas and the Satriyas, the Vaisyas, the Sudras, the animals, women, children, The whole arrangement, perfect arrangement, how these things are done. And Mother Mangala, he came up after eating to his full satisfaction, not to he's a jester, to entertain everybody. So Nanda Maharaj, you have served all of us Brahmanas and the Vaishyas, you serve us food together. This is contamination. This is contamination. They have seen our food when we are eating. So this is not good. And they started debating on it. They were all making fun of the joke of the whole thing. And we were all laughing. Madhumangala. Anyway, he's just picking on the standard. I say we don't. Yes. A Vaishnava knows that Krishna is in every living entity. I don't like this statement. I want to repeat it. Therefore, my dear king, first offer Prasada unto the Brahmanas and the demigods, and after sumptuously feeding them, you may distribute Prasada to other living entities according to your ability. In this way, you will be able to worship all living entities, or in other words, the supreme living entity within every living entity. Prasadam distribution is a worship of Krishna and living entities. So it's not a whimsical activity. Right? We have difficulty being called to serve Prasada, but those who know the science, it's a jubilation because they know the benefit of serving Prasada. A Vaishnava knows that Krishna is in every living entity, human and otherwise, and feeding them is akin to feeding the Lord. Not because everyone is Krishna, but because they are his parts and parcels. And offering food to others is a form of worship in which there is no qualifications required of the worshipper. It is accessible to all. Aside from being an act of worship, prasad distribution is also a form of preaching. Prasadam distribution is preaching, an act of mercy, and a traditional expression of love. Prasadam distribution is form of preaching, and it's an expression of love and act of mercy. That is mercy. Mercy. Expressing someone's love. And that is why you see in Goloka Vrindavan there is no hunger. But people eat. How do you eat if you're not hungry? If you're not hungry, how will you eat? In Goloka Vrindavan there is no hunger. But people eat. How? If you're not hungry, will you eat? So in Goloka, people are eating. And people are eating in Goloka out of love, not because of hunger. It's out of love. You love somebody, you give some, you just take some. Not because of hunger, because you love the person, you care for the person. You just take some toys. appreciate the love the person is offering. So it is an expression of love, it's an act of mercy, and it's a form of preaching. Three things: preaching, mercy, expression of love. In addition to preaching, distribution of food is an act of kindness. Right? It is kindness, which is universally appreciated and cut across all religious, cultural, and political boundaries. Preaching, mercy, expression of love, and kindness. Kindness. Everyone must eat to survive. And while Vaishnavas see all conditioned souls, be they materially impoverished or wealthy, as being in need of Krishna's grace, devotees are not different. They are not indifferent to the hungry and the poor. Many people, they have a wrong understanding that our food should not be given to wealthy people, should be given to only poor people, because they think that they are less privileged. But prasadam is not for poor people. Prasadam is for everyone, because all of us are poor. One who is not Krishna conscious is a poor person. Right? We are all poverty stricken for want of Krishna consciousness. So, wealth is not just about money. It's not paper. So it is a very powerful preaching. Powerful preaching. Sign of mercy, expression of love, kindness. It's a worship. It's a worship. Worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is in the heart of all living entities. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he does this every day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The moment he sees someone, he will give money, he will give prasadam. Every day. And when he was acting as a householder, he was doing this every day. So Prabhupada's father, every day he must go to the street, look for some sadhus and bring them to the house and feed them with prasadam. And after that he would say, please, bless my child to become a devotee of Radharani. So we have Prabhupada. That will do the same thing. Huh? You want to do that?
Yes.
Every day? Give them prasadam and pray, Krishna, please give me blessing so that I can become devotee. And my child should become servant of Srimati Radharani. Many parents, they don't want their child to become sannyasi. Yes, many. One my friend told me, his mother told him, don't put on this thing until I die. If you don't want to marry, you can remain like it, but don't put it. I don't want to see this. When I die, you can put it. And he did. He waited until his mother left the body. Then he's wearing saffron. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? If one person becomes a pure devotee in your family, the whole country benefit, the whole planet benefit, and your family, generations of your own family, where you appeared, from mother's side, father's side, wife's side, the husband's side, you get blessed. But here, when someone is saying, no. Can you see our misfortune? Right? But I don't want my child to be a Swami, but I'll go to Swami. Please. Is that Swami not someone's child? and it just came from heaven. Right? Suppose all of us are thinking like that, who is going to be Swami? Who will be? Then what will happen to the world? What will happen to the world? We are so ungrateful people. Therefore, I will continue to repeat what Prabhupada said. We should know why we are suffering. Because we are ungrateful and very deceitful. Very deceitful. One cannot be successful in Krishna consciousness until one is free from deceit. No Krishna consciousness without freedom from deceit. It's very nice. Srimad Bhagavatam defines an intermediate devotee as someone who shows mercy to those who are in need. In Srila Prabhupada's word, so for the Balisa innocent, it is our duty to show them mercy, give them food, give them shelter. Intermediate means Madhyam Bhakta. Madhyam Bhakta has four, how many? Four qualities. You know? Madhyam Bhakta has four qualities. He is very, very kind to the innocent. He is very, very friendly with devotees. He avoid those who do not believe in Krishna, the demons. He avoid them. He has faith in Krishna, very attached to Krishna. He's very attached to Krishna. He has strong faith in Krishna. He avoids non-devotees who are demonic. The innocent people he shows mercy, he preaches to them Krishna consciousness. For the devotees, he's friendly. Yes. That is how he's described. Most devotees live in a very comfortable life and do not know what hunger is. But one who has known hunger knows the importance of prasad distribution and how it is appropriate by the recipients. In a lecture in 1973, Srila Prabhupada alluded to a long history in which he lived in poverty and his meals were taken from the many temples he would visit. You see? Do you understand? Huh? Prabhupada mentioned in a lecture in 1973 that there was a time they were having difficulty to eat. They had to go to the temples to eat. Therefore, he understood what is hunger. And for that purpose, he established food for life. If he watched very carefully, those who are healers, they have been sick before. Because we know that, particularly myself, we know the difficulty. So when one gets healed, the tendency to help others will come naturally. So he knows how terrible, how difficult it is not to have food when one is struck with hunger. It's only Bhakti Maharaj, after he got donation from what he was sick for his treatment, before leaving the body, the remaining money he gave it to sick people. He didn't give it to temple. He didn't donate it to temple. He gave it to sick people. Because one knows how it is to be sick or to be hungry. So people who have been sick before, who have experienced generally, they will become kind-hearted people who like to support and help people who are in the same situation. Yes. Srila Prabhupada knew what it meant to be in need. Finally, for Vaishnavas, Prasad distribution is an expression of love that is common to all cultures and religions. Rupa Goswami says offering and accepting prasadam are two of the 6 exchanges of love between Vaishnavas. And needless to say, Vaishnavas love not just each other but all living entities. This is Rupa Goswami. 6 exchanges of love. Giving prasadam and accepting prasadam. Yes. We should give and receive. And people who does not know this act will always remain in need. You go to Krishna with empty hand. Krishna will send you back empty-handed. You come to Krishna with something, Krishna will also give a remnant. There's always reciprocation is natural. Reciprocation is natural function between two people. Reciprocation. And the supreme reciprocator is Lord Krishna himself. What? Ye yatamam prapadyante etam tataiva padamiyaham. I reciprocate. The feelings, the dealings, the offerings of my devotees, I reciprocate. That is natural. So we should learn the science of Bhakti. We should learn the science of Bhakti. We should know how to give. We should learn how to give. We should learn to. Don't just collect. If you always collect and not giving, you are a cheater. You are a cheater. Everything will be taken away. Yes, because you are a cheater. Thus, Prasada distribution is everyone's duty. It is everyone's duty. And more so of those who can afford it. With the imbalance in global health and global world today, there is a constant scarcity of food. Prosperous men cannot live comfortably while 20,000 people daily die of hunger in the world. The duty of those who have is to share with those who have not, including with animals. That formula contributes to global prosperity. Not killing animals. We should not kill animals. Especially the cows. How much Prabhupada said. In one lecture he said, who is a citizen? A citizen is someone who is born in that country. Animals born in that country are what? Citizens. They are citizens. They should not be killed. They should be maintained. In a civilized society, before you eat animal, the tiger has to, a satyr has to go to the forest and kill tigers and ferocious animals. Therefore, not the cows, not the goat, not some rabbit or grass cutters. Tigers, lions, ferocious animals that are disturbing sages in the forest. Their duty is to protect. Even when the sages go to the forest, the satyrs have to go to the forest to give them protection by killing all these dangerous animals. That is their duty. These days, that is not there. We are maintaining highly sophisticated slaughterhouses. You can't imagine. You don't see it here. You don't imagine what it means. When you say slaughter, you can't imagine. Go to some place here and see slaughterhouses. Heavily sophisticated with machines to kill animals. Therefore, we are destroying the global peace. If you want prosperity, you should maintain all living entities. Not only human beings, all living entities should be maintained. In ISKCON, Prasada distribution takes place in temples, restaurants, at festivals, and in food for life distribution points. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would follow kirtan performances with Prasada distribution. And Srila Prabhupada says that such activity is an integral aspect of temple worship. Prasada distribution is aspect of temple worship. Prabhupada even encouraged devotees who do prison preaching to distribute prasadam to inmates. In the prison, we should also distribute prasadam. But while institutionally prasad distribution is widespread, it remains solely absent in devotees' households. Is it not? Householders are not distributing food. Even though it is wide open, Food for Life program, we say, right? Every member knows about Food for Life, right? And so we know that some people are sponsoring. Why the householders are not doing? Although it is for everybody, but particularly householders. So the Prabhupada set the following standard for grihastas. In a Bhagavatam, it is stated that a householder, before taking his lunch, should call out on the street, "If anyone is in hungry, please come to my place and eat." And he should see that in his household, even the lizard does not go hungry. Even the snake should not be hungry. Horrible. Even snake and lizard, they should be Prasada. It's amazing. Okay, Hare Krishna. Let's take a break and continue from here. It's not finished. It's very long. We'll continue. Any comment? 5 minutes. Yes.
So my concern is those dangerous animals like snake. Because snake, it has venom.
Yes.
So killing of a snake in order not to harm the person. And the rat that normally come and chop people's document in the house.
Yes.
So those are the areas I have concern.
Thank you. Thank you for your thoughtful question. Yes. If our house is clean, rat will not come there. If our house is clean and things are nicely kept, rat will not come. The small tiny ones, the associate of Ganesh. The big one, if the big one comes to the house, means they are thief. There's someone is a thief in that place. Check carefully. They all mean they have a lot of things. You know that? If you see a big rat in the house, it means if you check around, there's a thief. Somebody here is a thief. So we can keep our place neat. They will not come and destroy. Generally, snakes will not come to the house. And even if they come, snake will not bite you. only when either it is purposely sent like a tarsha or sent to President Maharaj. Somebody sent it for a snake and bite. Ordinarily, they will not easily bite you like that. Of course, Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur said, a Vaishnava feels happy even a snake is killed because of their nature, dangerous. But Haridas stay with a snake, not just a snake. This snake, the vapor, just the presence alone, you can kill, no, without biting. Without biting. But Haridas, he was staying in the same cave. The both of them were inmates. And he was there chanting Hare Krishna mantra peacefully. Until a devotee came to visit him. Prabhu, please, leave this place. We can build another house for you. Please, live here. Leave this place. Why? See. You see, like refinery? You see the fire that comes from the refinery? This snake has the same color. From distance you can see the flame from the snake. But Harida was living the same cave with that snake. When people came to visit him, they were afraid. They couldn't have good association because the fear has taken away their mind. They cannot hear Haridas, they can't ask him questions, they cannot see it. And even to go out is a problem. Because suppose if you want to go on the snake, even to get out was a problem. That's how serious the situation was. So Haridas Thakur said, my dear brothers, don't remember these things. Why you remember this? Because we are external devotees, so we'll see these things. We are external devotees, so we see this. But Harida was not external, so we do not see. Then Haridas could have said, my dear, please, I promise you that if there is a snake here, and you do not leave by tomorrow, I will leave. Don't worry. Just take your, hold your heart. If there is a snake here and it doesn't leave by tomorrow, I will leave. As we were talking, the snake started going. And they were holding their heart. So the snake will not, it's not serious. That's how the snake left the cave. Their faith in Haridas increased. Yes, it's a great devotee. Just by his word, the snake vacated the cave. Why he didn't bite him? Because of his nature. And it is said also in Bhagavatam, that is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And in Bhagavatam it is said, Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, snake will not bite him, tiger, lion, all these ferocious animals, they will not bite him. They will not. Why? His heart does not show any enmity to any living entity. So they will reciprocate. Yes. They will reciprocate. Understand? Yes, they will reciprocate. Our bhakti is low, that is the problem. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your class. I came late though, but I was able to hear you talk about Prasada. I really appreciate your comment there. I thank God for this organization, movement. remember this moment for asylum service and the scriptures. I have those for the body and for the soul. I want to raise some issues here. Prasada is a remnant of the Lord, the mercy of the Lord. And you said it just now, the ready proclaimer should be freely distributed to everyone. And it is a service to even give Prasada to people and a service to accept Prasada. In the temple, we have observed some attitude. We are not too appreciating. So I want to ask, because I don't understand why it is like that, from the service of the Prasada to honoring the Prasada to the way people react. Do we use Prasadam as a means of punishing people who are not doing certain services, or because they used to do certain things, deprive them of Prasadam? Or after Prasadam, you see so many people drop their plates, throw remnants into the dustbin and all that. Mara, please, I need you to say something.
That is not mentioned here. That is not mentioned here. What we are looking at is managerial oversight. Managerial oversight. So while the precedence will be freely distributed, management have observed that some people are not appreciating. So they're not appreciating what is being